Welcome to the True Audio Tempest Tower installation guide. Today we'll walk through the different installation methods for the Tempest Tower, including direct burial, conduit stabilized installation, soundstake installation, and hardscape mounting to surfaces like concrete. We'll also cover speaker wire connections, amplifier wiring, standard D2 setup, bridge mode setup using two D2 amplifiers, and optional source and enclosure recommendations. Before beginning the installation, plan your speaker layout. For best coverage, the Tempest Tower speakers should be placed between 25 and 30 feet apart. Take time to evaluate the listening area, the amplifier location, the cable path, and the mounting surface. Make sure all wires run are planned before digging, drilling, or mounting. Also confirm that the speaker location will not interfere with irrigation, electrical lines, gas lines, or other underground utilities. Depending on the installation method, you may need a shovel, EMT conduit, conduit connectors, an impact driver, a 1-inch hex socket for soundstake installation, concrete anchors, a masonry bit, a level, wire strippers, and the True Audio D2 amplifier. The first installation method is a buried install. This is a simple and clean option when installing directly into soil or landscape areas. Start by digging a hole deep enough to bury the base of the Tempest Tower approximately 5.5 to 6 inches below the grade. As you position the speaker, make sure the subwoofer port remains above ground and is not blocked or buried. Keeping the port clear is critical for proper performance. Once the speaker is positioned, check that it is straight and properly aimed towards the listening area. Backfill around the base and compact the soil firmly enough to hold the Tempest Tower in place. After the speaker is secure, leave the speaker cable accessible until the system has been wired, tested, and confirmed. The second installation method uses the base plate with EMT conduit for additional stability. This is a good option when installing over dirt, especially in areas where the soil may not be firm enough to support the tower by itself, or the location is subject to high wind gusts. Start by removing the base plate from the Tempest Tower. Use one or more pieces of 1-inch EMT conduit. Cut the conduit between 12 and 24 inches long depending on the soil conditions. For softer soil, use longer conduit for better support. Drive the conduit into the ground at the installation location. Then connect the conduit to the base plate using the conduit connectors. Before attaching the speaker, make sure the base plate is level. This step is important because the speaker will follow the angle of the base plate. Once the base plate is level and secure, attach the Tempest Tower to the mount. Confirm that the speaker is stable and properly aimed before moving on to wiring. Another ground mounting option is the soundstake. Soundstake is a partner product that provides a fast and secure ground stake installation method. To install, drive the soundstake into the ground using a 1-inch hex socket and an impact driver. Next, secure the soundstake adapter to the Tempest Tower mounting plate. Make sure the plate is level before attaching the speaker. Once the mounting plate is level, secure the Tempest Tower to the base plate. After the speaker is mounted, check for movement and confirm that the speaker is aimed toward the listening area. The Tempest Tower can also be mounted to hardscape surfaces such as concrete. This is ideal for patios, walkways, pool decks, or other hardscape areas. Start by placing the base plate in the desired location and marking the anchor points. Using the correct masonry bit, drill into the concrete at the marked locations. Then, install the appropriate concrete anchors. Secure the base plate to the concrete, then check if it's level and firmly attached. Finally, mount the Tempest Tower to the base plate and confirm that the speaker is secure. For speaker wiring, use 2-conductor direct burial speaker cable. It's recommended to use wire sizes ranging from 16 gauge to 12 gauge, depending on the length of the run and the requirements of the installation. Route the direct burial cable from the amplifier location to each Tempest Tower. Leave enough extra cable at the speaker for wiring and service access. Strip the wire ends and connect the cable to the included waterproof wire connectors. Match polarity carefully. Connect positive to positive, red to red, and connect negative to negative, black to blue. Complete this process using the wires from the amplifier and the wire from the Tempest Tower. Repeat the process for each Tempest Tower speaker in the system. Make sure every connection is fully sealed before burying any cables. The Tempest Tower is designed to run off of a TrueAudio D2 2-channel amplifier. There are two common amplifier configurations. One D2 can power two Tempest Towers with one speaker connected to each channel. For higher output, two D2 amplifiers can be used in bridge mode, with each amplifier powering one Tempest Tower. This bridge mode configuration allows for 6 dB more output. For a standard 2-speaker installation using one D2, connect one Tempest Tower to the left channel and the second Tempest Tower to the right channel. Connect the wire from the first Tempest Tower to the left channel, connect the positive to positive and negative to negative. Then connect the second Tempest Tower to the right channel, again matching positive to positive and negative to negative. For this configuration, make sure all dip switches on the D2 are in the up position. If using an MS1 streamer, connect the coax output from the MS1 to the link in on the D2, then complete the setup of the MS1. Once everything is connected, test both speakers. Confirm left and right output, check polarity, and verify that both speakers are playing cleanly. After the system has been tested, bury and secure all the cables. For more output, use two D2 amplifiers in bridge mode. In this configuration, each D2 powers one Tempest Tower. On the first D2, wire one Tempest Tower in bridge mode. Connect the speaker positive wire to the left positive and connect the speaker negative wire to the right positive. Repeat the same process on the second D2 for the second Tempest Tower. Next, designate one D2 as the master amplifier and the other as the slave amplifier. On the master D2, make sure all the dip switches except the fourth one over are in the up position. On the slave D2, make sure all the dip switches are in the down position except the first and third one. If using an MS1 streamer, connect the coax output from the MS1 to the link in on the master D2. Then complete setup of the MS1. Connect the master D2 to the slave D2 using an RCA cable from the master link out to the slave link in. Test each Tempest Tower before burying the cables. Confirm that both speakers are playing, verify polarity, and listen for clean output. The MS1 is optional. It can be used as a Wi-Fi streaming when a dedicated streaming source is preferred. The D2 also includes long-range Bluetooth built in, so Bluetooth can be used as the source when an MS1 is not a part of the system. If it is not possible to run cable inside of the amplifier location, TrueAudio offers an optional outdoor enclosure to safely store the amplifiers. One outdoor enclosure can house one D2 and one MS1 or two D2 amplifiers. If the system is running in bridge mode, two enclosures may be needed depending on the equipment layout and installation requirements. Before burying cables or closing the installation, test the entire system. Play audio through the selected source. Confirm that every Tempest Tower is working. Check each speaker location. Verify the output level by ensuring the D2 gain knobs are at the appropriate levels. Confirm polarity, and make sure all connections are sealed. Once the system has been fully tested, bury the direct burial cable and clean up the installation area. The TrueAudio Tempest Tower gives installers multiple flexible mounting options for outdoor audio systems, including direct burial, conduit stabilized installation, soundstage installation, and hardscape mounting. With proper placement, secure mounting, waterproof wiring, and the correct D2 amplifier configuration, the Tempest Tower delivers powerful outdoor performance in a clean, professional installation. For more information, visit trueaudio.com.